I have a special photographer coming that is going to fancy boudoir photography. She's an amazing photographer, and she will be taking pictures at the event, but she'll also be having a special for that day, $150 boudoir, so you can get pictures for Valentine's for the one.
So will she take the pictures right then and there, or she'll set up a Okay, because I'm thinking of what I would want to wear. Right. Like, I don't think I'd have that on.
No.
Shopping.
But she'll
with
be
my
there.
mimosa.
Right. It would be, that would be a whole different kind of event,
Maybe a lingerie party.
Maybe. But she's going to be there, but she'll be taking, pictures just while we're there. Fun pictures to show, and then the special that you have till March 31st to book for. So.
Oh, okay. So that gives us plenty of time.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
So now some of the, the vendors that you have here, how did you find all these different business owners?
I have connections with hundreds of different vendors, and I think it's just the events that I've been doing over the last couple years.
How long? You say years? How long have you been doing
It'll
this?
be my second year in April.
Okay. That's a lot of events.
Yes, and a lot of them are clothing boutiques, LuLaRoe, Agnes and Dora, some direct sales companies. There is handmade jewelry. There are handmade signs. The whole farmhouse, that's super cute, that everybody loves. Candles, pens, just anything you can think of. Crystals, lots of good stuff. But it's word of mouth. Sometimes people just say they heard about me and they call. Social media, it is the best networking tool we have.
Yes, it is.
It is. So that's a lot of them contact me. I find some. I attend other events and get information and
network.
I network. So that is how I find my vendors.
Wow, and they're all locally made.
All local business owners. Some are artisans that create their own product. Some are ones that own their own business, such as LuLaRoe, or they go to the Atlanta, to get their clothing and bring it back for their boutique here. Some from Chicago, some from New York. Some make their own. It's a lot of fun.
It sounds like it.
So
what
fun.
A fun job for you to have.
It is, and it is just started out of needing just to have a creative outlet and network and meet other like-minded women who want to build themselves and I want to give them a platform and showcase them.
Yes. So how long did you know that this was your passion? Did you always want to do events like this?
I have always wanted to do something, and I've tried direct sales, and I was never successful, but I can talk, and I am a people person, and I found I had more enjoyment going out to events and talking to the different people, the different vendors, than actually selling my own stuff. So that's how I got involved, and I had this idea, and I thought, well, let me just try it. So I did my first show April 2 years ago, and it was not great, and I learned, and I did a lot of research, and then I had my next one in October, and then since October of 2016, I have had one almost every month.
Wow. So what made you go ahead and do another one instead of just giving up and saying, maybe this isn't going to work for me?
I knew that the holidays are a popular time. So from April to just November was my, okay, I'm going to really try really hard. And if it's not successful, then I'm just going to figure something out.
Right.
And I noticed that the boutique part of this was really blowing up around Louisville. And so many women they didn't want to wait till the holidays because that's when these vendor shows are mostly popular. And I took that opportunity to build myself with these women. And so my very first boutique pop-up was in November of 2016. And I had about 17 vendors.
Oh, wow.
I had no idea what the space was, and it was a disaster. But people came, 200 women came because they were excited. They wanted to see the clothing. So then I learned from that, and I just continued to grow. And I work with one hotel, the Hilton Garden Inn, by the Paddock Shops.
Is that that's where it's going to be again, right?
Yep, is
that where each event is?
Each event is. I try to. They're just great to work with. They're
good,
wonderful. They're accommodating, and they're fun. So a lot of hotels have a lot of restrictions, and they follow the rules that they're supposed to, but they're not micromanaging the whole event. So they let me have my events.
Wow,
yes.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Now, what did you learn from the very first event What did you learn from that experience?
That experience is that you have to be aware of what, it's not just me out here. There's a lot of other people that are putting on events too, so you want to know what's going on in the city.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to compete with other, because you don't.
Got you. You don't want to have an event on the same day as someone else.
And sometimes it happens, but if there's like a really popular one, there's a couple that are regular that a lot of people go to on a regular basis, and people know about them because they are outside, mostly in the summertime. People want to compete with them. So
right. If you can avoid those dates.
I can avoid, I look at dates, and I also learned just building that relationship and being open and communicating. This particular show on the 10th was rescheduled, and a lot of my vendors understood, and they said, take care of what you need to. You know, we'll do this because I want to give 100%. I don't want to say I'm having an event and not be able to promote it the way that I need to. And I didn't feel that I had this for the event that was supposed to be tomorrow. Actually, no, today.
Today. It was supposed to be today.
It was supposed to be today. And
So I'm helping to get the word out.
Yes, we're going to get the word out. But I promote a ton, and I boost, and I share, and I have been in Facebook jail because of my sharing. And
I haven't yet. I'm let me not speak it into existence.
Yeah, it's a hard.
They're mean.
Yeah, it was a hard lockup. I didn't know what to do, but and my vendors promote a lot, so it's and the hotel helps, paddocks, shops help, so it's a good turnout.
Good. Well, and you're from Louisville, right?
I am.
Okay, born and raised.
Kind of, yeah.
Kind
since
of.
I was 7, so yeah, I've been here since I was 7 from Chicago.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
And so now you're in Louisville.
I'm in Louisville.
And you plan on staying here forever? I don't know. That's a hard question, isn't it?
Well, you know, I have one teen who's dead set that she's going to
She's
Florida.
so beautiful. Look at her on her phone like the rest of them.
I know.
Florida, yes.
She wants to go to Florida and go to college and play lacrosse. So we'll see. We'll see. I could maybe take this there.
Oh, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's yours.
Right.
That's the beauty of having your own business.
Right.
You can do whatever you want, whenever, unless you have to ask someone.
Nope.
But you don't, right?
I don't.
So that's what this show is for. This show is to try to help everyone else dig deep down and find out what they're passionate about and just go for it, so we can wake up every day excited instead of dreading our 9 to 5. Right?
Right. Yes. And I love this small business of mine and the growth.
I bet. And then the passion that you put into it and your work ethic and and it grows on its own, doesn't it?
It does. It really does.
It does.
People, they feel your passion.
They do.
And they are willing to work with you.
And you'll be surprised how many people are willing to help you.
Right.
That's what surprises me a lot.
Yeah, they do.
Well, I'm not going to keep you here long, though. But before we go, was there anything else that you wanted to talk about or anything I missed?
No, I will be having more events. So if anybody is interested in being part of any of my events, Southern Charm Connections on Facebook, I post all my events. I'll be having a derby fashion show and just, getting people ready for the spring. So come see us and see what we have on the 10th and have a mimosa.
A mimosa. And give us the address again. Well, I have it.
It'll be at the Hilton Garden Inn Northeast.
Okay.
It's the Paddock Shops, Park Plaza Avenue.
Gotcha. And that's February the 10th. Time is from 1 to 3 p.m.
Yes.
All right, Miss Isla, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
And once again, you all can follow the page at Southern Charm Connections on Facebook. And I will be posting her flyer as well throughout the week. And thank you all so much for tuning in. I'll see you all here soon. I'm about to do my second interview, so stay tuned.